I've been practicing law for about 25 years. We specialize in personal injury, medical malpractice, nursing home cases. We also do a fair amount of commercial litigation. We selected RW Lynch for our marketing needs because they stood out from some of the other competitors. They offered us a reasonable return on our marketing dollar, and it was also an alternative to some of the more traditional advertising concepts that we had seen in the market here in Phoenix. The Yellow Pages was an extremely expensive venture, and with the number of people turning to the internet to readily use that as their entree into the legal practice and to find a lawyer, we thought that was perhaps the best way for us to go about it, and we have relied on them to put our name out front on the internet, and through that we've seen a high number of phone calls come in which have matured into cases that we've been able to prosecute and to find a return on for our clients. Our experience with Lynch has been outstanding. They have done what they said they were going to do in terms of providing us with a number of phone calls. They've also done a good job of dealing with us on a daily basis. We receive the phone calls from the call center. The folks at the call center seem to be knowledgeable and are able to obtain all the information that's necessary for us to make a contact with a potential client. We use certain other marketing areas to try to advance the practice. One of those, of course, is telephone directories. Those have been somewhat successful, but the most bang for the buck thus far has been with RW Lynch. They've provided us with consistent phone calls and a high number of leads that we're able to follow up on. With regard to the other areas that we've advertised in, such as the telephone directories or other mass mailings, those have been less than effective, although they do have some return, just not as high as what we've seen with the RW Lynch program. I think the program has been very beneficial to our firm. We've used it now for 3 years, and we have seen a good number of phone calls that come in on a regular basis, daily and weekly, as a result of our participation in the program. Thus, for the money that we've spent on the program and for the return that we've seen and the opportunity that we've had to connect with so many more clients, it has been a great benefit to us, and we would certainly continue to use it in the future. We get calls every day as a result of our participation in the program. The types of cases that we're seeing from those phone calls really vary. Every once in a while we'll see a smattering of what I call small or typical auto accident cases. We see a number of cases that involve slip and falls, or we'll get a general question that somebody will have called in and they really don't have a case, but they'll want some information. But at the same time, we've also seen several clients that have matured, their cases have done well, that involve very serious injuries. I think we had one client that suffered a serious injury to her hand as a result of medical negligence. We were able to prosecute that claim, and we succeeded very well on her behalf. Another client who was injured as a result of materials that fell off the back of a truck. In that case, we were able to obtain that particular gentleman a very large settlement, and the case is still pending against other defendants. So we have seen very good cases that have arisen as a result of our participation in the RW Lynch program, just as we've seen some very small cases or taken phone calls that weren't cases, but it did give us an opportunity to speak to people, and I think every time we get that chance to talk to potential clients, it benefits both our practice as well as other lawyers. If somebody is out there thinking about joining RW Lynch and using their program to try to generate more calls, it's certainly a very effective way to spend your marketing dollar. It puts a cap on it. You know what you're going to spend every month, and you know that you're going to get a certain number of phone calls. Each phone call that we get as a result of participating in the program is another opportunity for us to both meet a client and see if we can realize a return from our participation in the program. The number of phone calls we've received and the number of clients that we've actually realized as a result of those phone calls has been great, and we truly expect to remain with the program for some time.